Hey Jewel fans!
I'm Chris.
And I'm Ronnie from the Jewel Writers Archive.
We're here with another segment of our archive showcase where we bring products and our memories to you.
So today we're going to be talking about school supplies!
Yay!
So Impact Inc. created 2 lines of Princess Gwenevere and the Jewel Writers themed binders, notepads, folders. So they had a whole listing, and the first one that we're going to go ahead and look at is one of my favorite of the 2 versions. So Gwenevere and Sunstar is featured on this notebook. I love the artwork. Again, it's from the style guide.
Right.
It features this really neat stylized sun in the background, and the rays of the sun, gradated. But one thing that I've always kind of looked at on this particular one is the fact that Guinevere's arm is colored in. So it's painted pink. And
you're right.
as we know, that's supposed to be skin tone color.
Yeah.
So that's her skin. It should be a bare arm around her waist. Now, maybe because of the fact that the ruffles don't connect.
Yeah.
Maybe when they were painting them, the computer program didn't separate them, so it just painted the whole thing.
The paint bucket just filled the whole thing.
Right. So that's the one thing that I've always looked at with these. Also, on the notebook, maybe the image was just a little too wide, so it looks like they scrunched it. So Guinevere's a little bit thinner than what she is on the folder.
Let's hold them up side by side so they can see.
So you can kind of see that she's a little thinner, she's a little squished here on the notebook versus the folder. But again, I love this style, love it. And a little product placement right now, available, for instance, from Redbubble. We have the Jewel Writers Archive mugs, and this mug is just a beautiful companion for this stationery. The coloring on this particular mug is just such almost a perfect purple match. It really is pretty amazing. So back to the memorabilia. On the back side of the spiral bound notebook, there is a note, and it says, "Look for more of our school supplies and paper products featuring Princess Gwenevere." Now, it doesn't necessarily say what there are, but we do know, at least in this particular line, you have the notebook, you have the matching folder, and then you also have this binder. So these are the 3 things with this particular logo that came with this particular set. So really, again, love the coloring, love the pink, love the teals that are on this particular notebook. This one is a wire-bound theme book. It's wide-ruled. So if you'll remember from
grade school,
they have everything. It was wide-ruled, so this notebook is wide-ruled. So that the pages are wide-ruled. That is pretty much, that's the notebook. And then the matching corresponding folder. Again, Sunstar and Gwenevere on the front of the folder. The back of it is a duplicate of the front image. You have the 2-sided. Sometimes folders did have something different on the back, or maybe it was just fully colored, but this particular one, it just mimics the same image. And then on the inside, you have a very fun image of all 3 girls in that iconic heart. And then on the other side, you have a place to write your daily schedule.
Another fun thing to note is that the girls in the heart have a background of the flying Pegasus image, which is featured in a lot of the merchandising, and also featured on the staff flag that Drake's toy has. Right.
So it's the Avalon Pegasus that we do see as you said in the style guide. And this particular image of the heart and the girls is filled in, because where we know that they originally got this from was the style guide. So that is a black and white image, but this has been filled in. So,
it's been beautifully colored.
That same image can be found also on things like the wrapping paper. And there's also on some other images too.
I think it's one of the nicest images produced for the show.
I love it. I really do. It's just such an amazing image. It's so fun. It contains all 3 girls. They're holding hands.
And I think it's a rare one. Their visors are lifted.
They're in jewel power.
They're in jewel power, but the visors are lifted up to their foreheads.
Which is almost...
I don't think you ever see that in the show.
Not in the show, not really, no. But it almost looks like the toys, because you would have the helmet decoration up, but then you would have also the visor up as well. So that was something that you could do with the toys. But holding hands, being together, it symbolizes the theme of friends together, friends forever.
Right.
That's what I really like. And like I said, on the other page, there is a section for you to go ahead and write in your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule has different columns. The columns are time, and then it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I don't think you could have used this in college for those Saturday, Sunday courses. It was only Monday through Friday. Right. But again, really fun folder to put inside of the binder, which is the next thing that we're going to go ahead and talk about.
So the binder's really beautiful. It's got this beautiful border that the other two pieces of the collection don't have, of the 3 jewels. You've got, but otherwise it's pretty much the same image with that, sun motif in the background. It's double-sided, so you've got Gwen and Sunstar on both sides, and on the inside, it is just, a flat pink color. This one appears to have been drawn in with a crayon at some point.
This is not me. This came from an online auction. So, again, this is the full set. So you have your binder, you have your notebook, and you also have your
folder. Didn't show the spine.
Then on the spine, you can also see
hilariously
the logo.
Has the hearts.
Split. Well, not only that, but it's split. So it says Princess Gwenevere, and then over here it says and the Jewel Riders. So the logo has been split up, maybe because of the fact that it was so long, so they had to thin it out. And then, yes, the hearts are featured on the spines, which it's actually, as we're going to talk about in the next versions that they have, there is a different jewel on the side, and it's a completely different theme to it as well. But again, Gwenevere and Sunstar with a teal background, and also all the jewels make this little bit of a swirl pattern around them, and with that beautiful stylized sun and her filled-in sleeves.
Yes.
So that is the Gwenevere and Sunstar pink binder that goes perfectly well with your Jewel Riders Archive mug.
Our next one features all 3 of the Jewel Riders together. We have Gwenevere, Fallon, and Tamara. We've always laughed at this Tamara ever since we discovered the style guide. Because in the style guide, this is originally a winking Tamara face. And you can see her eye has been corrected to create both eyes open. Unfortunately, the correction job is maybe not the best.
Right, they didn't paint over the eyelash that's closed, so it looks like she has eyelashes on the bottom of her eye, and then looks like she has her eyebrow is going down.
She has a very severe cat's eye makeup, maybe? It's a very odd picture of Tamara, to say the very least.
Very, very unfortunate.
I think what's interesting about these designs is that they look very much like the deluxe dolls. I've always liked that aspect of this folder.
That looks like the deluxe Guinevere's necklace. It looks like the deluxe Fallon's top. But again, that Tamara is just all messed up.
Oh, that poor Tamara. So, it's double-sided, of course, just like the last folder. And again, it opens up with a weekly schedule, just like the other folder. And on this time, it's the 3 girls in their adventure outfits on this side.
And that's a fun image. I really like all 3 of them together. Again, it's Guinevere's signature pose with her hand out that's seen in so many of the marketing pieces.
Yeah, Fallon's got her hands on her hips, ready for adventure. And Tamara also has a similar pose.
Right.
So.
And something to note on this particular one, since we were talking about the fact that they filled in Guinevere's sleeve, on this particular one, I don't know if it's the background or what it is, but the things that are inside of Fallon's arms are colored blue.
Oh, so they are.
I'm not sure if maybe...
The negative space inside of her arms is colored a different color.
Right, it's not the purple that's in the background.
Yeah, that's very odd. It's a very odd decision.
I think it was not on purpose.
Probably not. So again, here is the matching binder. It opens up with both sides, the same images, and it's got that beautiful border along the side again of the jewels.
Also, what I really like is this really 90s pattern that's behind the girls. So behind Gwenevere, you have this fun kind of, it's not sharp, it's kind of fuzzy, like it's almost you cut it with scissors, kind of willy-nilly, and it's this fun 90s pattern of teal. Ironically enough, not pink. It probably because of the fact that the pink pops in her with a teal background, and you have suns that adorn the background. With Fallon, she's a pink background, and it has moons on it, and then Tamara's the purple background, and it has heartstones.
Yeah, it's got a very fun scrapbook feel to it.
It really does, and these wonderful stars, bursts all throughout. It's just, it's a really fun design. I like it. And the same thing as we were talking about on the spine, the Princess Gwenevere logo has been disassembled, and half of it's here, half of it's there.
Yeah. And this time you have the moons on the spine. So neither of these have the sun on the spine.
The pink one had the hearts, and then the purple one has the moons.
Yeah. So they're really fun pieces. I never saw these as a child. Did you?
I never did.
Yeah.
And actually, I would have loved to, because when I bought my pack of trading cards, when I received the box and I had the full entire set, what I used to do was I would always put my cards in a themed binder. So if I had Little Mermaid cards, they would go in a Little Mermaid binder, Beauty and the Beast, you know, whatever it might be. So when I had the Princess Gwenevere cards, that was the first thing that my dad and I did, was we went out to the store, looked for a matching Princess Gwenevere binder, never found one. So instead we had kind of a holographic, very 90s pink binder, and it has a shimmery, so that's actually the binder that I still have my Princess Gwenevere cards in. So that's still the binder that I have. Something also to note, on this particular binder, when I purchased it, it came with notepad paper already inside. So because the pink binder that I got was used, I'm assuming that the brand new ones came with some sort of like notepad, but not 100% certain. And again, we don't have the notebook for the purple series. Perhaps there was one that was created.
Yeah, but there's no way to know at the current time.
Right.
But if you had one, let us know.
Of course, as always, let us know. And if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Yes.
Because you want to stay updated on the latest Princess Gwenevere and the Jewel Riders news.
All right, so friends together.
Friends forever.
All right.
Bye.
By the magic of the Sunstone, you're tuned into the Jewel Riders Archive.